At the 2009 Frankfurt Motor Show, BMW presented this. BMW Vision EfficientDynamics is a concept plug-in hybrid powered by a 3-cylinder combustion engine and 2 electric motors. The concept promised up to 50 km range in zero emissions mode, a 0 to 100 km per hour time below 5 seconds, and average fuel consumption below 1.5 liters per 100 kilometers. We all know what concepts are like and what finally makes it into production. So in 2013, again at the Frankfurt Motor Show, when BMW presented the production version of the i8, I completely ignored it, thinking it's yet another concept. So what changed compared to the Vision EfficientDynamics? First of all, there is no glass roof and no glass doors. The doors are also shorter, and so is the legroom in the back. BMW abandoned the 4-person coupe in favor of a 2+2 arrangement. In the concept, there was supposed to be a diesel engine, and here we have a petrol power plant. However, the unmistakable shape remained, and so did butterfly doors, kind of like in a Lamborghini. And like in the Aventador, also here the monocoque is made of carbon fiber reinforced plastic. And the aerodynamic shape from the side and from the back leaves most people in awe and bewildered. Nobody can believe this is a car you can actually buy. Under normal circumstances, I would now give you a walk-around tour of the car, but forgive me, we'll do it later, and now let's go for a drive. After my experience with Lotus Elise, getting into an i8 is no problem, but first, legs follow. Now all I have to do is press the starter button. There's a little jingle and total and utter silence. That's because the i8 starts in electric mode. Before you ask, no, you can't drive the i8 with the doors open. Shame, right? BMW i8 is a plug-in hybrid. There are batteries in this tunnel running through the center of the cockpit. Charging them from a 230-volt socket takes about 2.5 hours. These batteries power the electric motor, which is up there in the front, and you can't see it, unfortunately. This is something that the service people can only expose. And these batteries are good for about 30 kilometers in zero emissions mode. Then the petrol engine kicks in and you have a hybrid. The electric motor still powers the front wheels in case you need more traction and in case you need more power. The car regenerates energy while braking, coasting or under hard acceleration in sports mode. The electric motor makes 131 horsepower. And now we move to the 3-cylinder 1.5-liter petrol engine, which is in the back there. It's centrally mounted. This means it's in front of the rear axle. It's an engine which is also used in the new Mini Cooper, but in the Mini it makes just 136 horsepower, whereas in the i8 it's got almost twice that. The two motors, the electric motor and the petrol engine, they add up to 362 horsepower. They produce 570 Nm of torque, and the acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour is 4.4 seconds. That's quite brisk. That's just 0.1 seconds slower than the new BMW M3. And the new M3 has less torque than this car. Okay, so the i8 probably will not drive around the track, but on the road it's pretty much like the M3, and it even sounds like it. Okay, so the sound is generated into the cabin, is generated from the speakers, but again, the sound is for the driver and the passengers, not for the neighbors trying to sleep, right? Okay, let me explain what I'm talking about when I say that this car drives like an M3. Although with the batteries the i8 weighs around 1500 kilograms, it is still very fast and very flexible. In sports mode, this car does something I rarely feel in other cars. It's as if turning the steering wheel doesn't actually turn the front wheels, it's like it turns the road in the direction that I want to go. It's something that not many cars do, and it's extraordinary. It's an extraordinary sensation, this. At the same time, the i8 is less brutal than the M3. There are none of these mechanical shifts which feel like a blow in the face. The i8 makes up for that with the sound. So, what about driving into the shops? Yes, you can, and that's what's so great about it. With one reservation, the i8 has very hard suspension, and probably the low-resistance tires are not much help either. I feel every imperfection on the road in my spine, but I guess that's the problem with most sports cars. And now the sports mode goes off, and I put it in Comfort or even Eco Pro. The latter is all about saving energy. By the way, I had to reprogram the air conditioning in Eco mode because it was too inefficient. For a sports car, and for any car in general, the i8 is either very well sound insulated or it's the excellent aerodynamics. I don't hear any wind noise. And also for a sports car, the i8 has pretty good visibility, and just in case, this car also comes with a 360 bird's eye view camera. So compared to an Audi R8, the BMW i8 is like a hatchback to drive around town.
But there are downsides too. Fuel consumption is based on the assumption that you are going to charge the car every chance you get. I suppose in real life it may be hard to get 2.1 liters per 100 kilometers. Realistic fuel consumption is around 6-7 liters per 100 kilometers, regardless of whether you're driving in the city or on the motorway. It's still a great result for this kind of performance, but it is also 3 times as much as BMW claims.
I'm also disappointed with the interior. After the extravagant exterior, I would like the interior to be... I don't know what I would like from it, but I would like it to be wow, but it's not. It's just not. Same as functionality. Functionality is hardly wow.
Getting out is another problem. These doors are true theater, but getting out in a tight spot is true comedy. And so is me sitting in the back. Anyway, the rear seats are best for extra luggage because the 154-liter boot fits a small suitcase. I suppose an i8 owner travels just with a credit card.
Which takes us to the price of the BMW i8. Get 130,000 euros already, which is way more than a similarly spec'd BMW M3 and around the Porsche 911S mark. But the M3 and the 911 are common in the streets and they get mixed reception. The i8 is a crowd-pleasing exotic, which makes this a bargain.
Watch more of my reviews and subscribe to my channel. New episodes every Friday. Comment, rate and share my videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.